Dia menta. Next question kata kadai ka 52A. 52A kaong in the given diagram name the parts 1, 2, 3 and 4. Ha kadai ngihaban name ya uni part uang ue ya uni part uang ue ya uni part uang ue ba uni part uang ue. Ti ya kadai pihaban page naka page 432 kata kadai ka figure 1.20 1.20 kata pihaban penlalan dat ya kani ka diagram but ya kini ki leveling ti ban level kini ti u a u day u number 1 u number 1 u day left renal vein Utu uday number 1. The number 2 uday left renal artery. There number 3 uday left ureter. But number 4 kadai ka urinary bladder. Ti ya kani pihaban haban practice ya kani ka diagram but practice ya kini ban level kini ya uno khat uno but takadaw nakabanta kani. Next question kaong name the two type of gnostic movement, also explain each. Ti artali ki type jong ka gnostic movement. Ti mentangin ya page kani ka de na ka page 449 na ka jong p 449. Hapo jong ka gnostic movement kata kalong second paragraph. Gnostic movement are of two type. Kadai ka seismonastic movement but ka Nightinastic movement. They haven't explained each kamut seismonastic kadai this movement occur in response to touch. Kata kadai ka seismonastic movement. Takani ka nightinastic movement. This movement involve the diurnal variation in the position of flowers of leaf of many plants day and night. Kata kadai ka nightinastic movement. Kini kidai two type of gnostic movement. Next question kadai name the two major components of a normal human urine. Ti kani ka question lara pi wat na kot kalong kamdan ka direct answer kalong kelan but haban puli benya tekadaw ngan chuya thoya pi kita ki made two major component of normal urine kadai two major ka number 1 kadai ka urea but ka number 2 kadai ka ammonia. Kita kidai ki answer nakabenta kani ka question number 52A2. Mentang ini let's check next question. Name the four main type of heterotrophic nutrition. Kita ki types jong ka heterotrophic nutrition. Te yakane pilaban syam na ka page 404. 404 kata het hapo jong ka heterotrophic nutrition. Kata ka third paragraph ko ang there are four main types of heterotrophic nutrition. Kata ka way ketika holozoid nutrition, ka ketika saprophytic nutrition, ka balai ketika parasitic nutrition, ka basau ketika symbiotic nutrition. Kita kideki four type of heterotrophic nutrition. But kalau dan roka video ba ngala pelat ba yak explanation jong kini ki four type of nutrition pila ban check. Next question kadai name the vestigial part of human alimentary canal. Hàng ni ngan yathoshpi ka jingmut jong ka vestigial organ. Vestigial ka jingmut jong vestigial ka mod ba ka day any organ ni any part jong ka human alimentary ka ba kibalong non functioning kibamdon ka functioning kimdon ka kamram ni ka kam bakin le ha ka body te yakane philaban sham ha ka page 408 kata ka hapo jong large intestine ka second paragraph ka ong vermiform appendix is a vestigial organ of human alimentary system. Nama appendix uday u organ ubalang ubom done function. No function uba perform hakam ka alimentary system. Next question kata kadika 53A. Name the animal hormone responsible for number 1 regulating protein metabolisms and body growth. Kata Pila ban syam na ka page 456 kani ka table kalong very important pihaban go through pihaban kenmau ya ki kateng jong ki glands but ki kateng jong ki hormones na kata pisa tip ya kini ki answer. Tika question ko ang name the protein or name the hormone which regulate protein metabolisms and body growth. Kata ka hormone kadik ay growth hormone kilaban ong ro ka somatotropic hormone. Ti kabaar kaday name hormone which lower blood sugar level. Kata kaday ka insulin ka hormone insulin. Ti kabalay ko ang name the hormone which regulate calcium and phosphorus metabolisms kani kaday ka para hormone. Kata kaday ka hormone kaba regulate ya ka calcium but phosphorus metabolism. Nakabanta kum kini ki question pihaban puli ya kani ka table kabadan ha ka page 456 but 457. Ka next question kaday 53B. Which endocrine gland is present in male but not in female? Kani ka question, ka answer yung kani ka question, kamdan direct hakakot, Henry ngilaban tip da kabangin puli, nakakot 400, page 454. Endocrine glands in human, hakan second, ovaries in female and testes in male. Takamot hakani ka question, endocrine gland kiba present tang ha male kamot uday testes. The next question, name the endocrine gland associated with kidney. Yakane pilaban syam haka page 455. Enda pila puli ka adrenal gland. Kaong adrenal gland is located at the top of each kidney. Di kamot ba uniu adrenal gland uyadan madam u kidney kamot u associate ken ba u kidney. Takadaw ka answer yakane ka di adrenal gland. Which gland secrete digestive enzyme as well as hormone? Kani ka question kaday nakamanta kani ka question kaday u answer uday u pancreas. Uday u pancreas tangba nakakot kaday ka page 455 kim tho shai ra yakani ba which gland secrete digestive enzyme as well as hormones. Te yakane lada pihaban tip dalade but yakatanga sa ay kataka ka answer kabaday u pancreas. And it is. Next question kaday 54A. Write the full form of the following. Kini pinhaban kan maulindat ya kini ki full form amdan kaman batay te MTP kaday medical termination of pregnancy MTP. Pilaban siyam na ka page 483 kata MTP ha ka last line kaday medical termination of pregnancy kani pihap kan maulindat. Te ka next kaday IUCD ka full form jong IUCD pilaban Pilaban tho ani pilaban pedro da ka page 482 kata hapo ka population control ka ki points ka ba sau intrauterine contraceptive devices kata kadai IUCD intrauterine contraceptive device. There ka next part kadai STD kadai sexual transmitted disease. Ka full form STD kadai sexual transmitted disease. Ka next question kadai distinguish between external fertilization and internal fertilization. Give an example of each. Yakane pilaban distinguish kawut penya pair. Te pilaban shem na ka page 478 kata ka external fertilization but internal fertilization. The external fertilization pilaban tho the union of male and female gamete outside the body of female is called external fertilization. It takes place by external release of germ cells from the bodies of individual. Whereas internal fertilization is the union of male and female reproductive cells during the process of sexual reproduction inside an individual's body is called internal fertilization. Give example of each. External fertilization pilaban yoi nakakot hiba as happen in frogs. Kamu example kadika frogs. But internal fertilization pilaban hakot kam da aisha hindi pilaban talk human ngi kibreo ngi undergo ka internal fertilization. Next question kadai ka 55A1. What do you understand by phenotype and genotype? Kadai 1 marks plus 1 mark. Te kani 1 mark pat pihak ban thotang ka definition ken jong kini ki phenotype but jong uni genotype. Te ya kani pihak ban pule na ka kot na ka page 493 kata na ka pink box 493 ka pink box kabadan hajrong phenotype. An external appearance or body character of an organism irrespective of its genetic makeup is said to be a phenotype. Genotype pat kadika genetic constitution of an individual is said to be genotype. Kita kidai ki definition jong u phenotype but u genotype. The next question kaong 55A2 state the law of purity of gametes. Ngan talk yapi ka law of purity of gametes kadai ka law of segregation. Te ka law of segregation kadai ha ka page 492 pihaban kre kata kadai ka second paragraph jong ka law of segregation. According to the law of segregation tambahang ni kapan law of purity. Te pilaban tho no according to the law of purity when a pair of allele comes together in a hybrid, the member of the pair stay together without mixing and separate when hybrid form gametes. As each gamete is pure, it is known as the law of purity. Dia kata kadika law of purity kan, kadika law of segregation. The next question kadai 55B number 1. Name the 3 pairs of salivary glands in human. Where do they open? They kani kadai 1.5 but half marks. There hakani yakani pila ban shem na ka page 406. 406 hapo ka mouth ka buccal cavity ka page ka line ka ba number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 ka line ka ba 7 kaong the buccal cavity has the opening of all the 3 pairs of salivary gland, parotid, submandibular and sublingual. Kamut uni parotid, uni submandibular and sublingual kidai kita ki 3 salivary glands. Take a question kong where do they open? Te hang ni kong the buccal cavity has the opening. Kamut hae ki open in the buccal cavity. Te yakani pilaban tho the 3 pairs of salivary glands are parotid, submandibular and sublingual. Where do they open? They open in the buccal cavity. There Number 2, B number 2. Which enzyme present in saliva break down starch? Kata kadi 1 marks. Ti ka enzyme ayu ka badan haka saliva. Ti yakan ni pilaban siyam haka page 406. Kata kadi haka jo ka mouth or buccal cavity. Pilaban siyam haka mouth buccal cavity ka answer kadi haka hapo jong ka salivary glands. Kata the saliva contain an enzyme called salivary amylase which break down starch. Kamod name the which enzyme kamod kata ka enzyme kadi ka salivary amylase. The next question kadi 56A. Name the process in which plants where water is lost as water vapor. Ka answer yakan ni kata ka process hakaba ki plants ki lost ya ka water kadai ka transpiration. Di yakan ni pilaban siyam na ka page 427 kata kadai hapo ka topic upward movement of water and minerals. Ka paragraph ka baar ka line ka ba 1 2 3 4 5 ka ba dan haka pink color. Loss of water from aerial part of the plant in vapor form is known as transpiration. Ka next question kang give the names of 4 kinds of phloem element. Kita ki 4 kinds of phloem element ki pilaban siyam na ka page 428 hapo har ki pink colors kata ka second paragraph ka pink colors kabaong the phloem is a complex permanent tissue which is a part of vascular tissue running almost parallel to xylem tissue. It consists of sieve tube, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Kita kini 4 kinds of phloem. Kani kadai ka answer na kabanta ka question ka ba 56B. Next question kadai 56C. Mention the 2 important functions of limb. Kadai 2 marks. Kani pihaban ka functions kamud ka kamram jo ulim. Kani pilaban siyam na ka page 426 ka first line jo ka page. Kaang in this way limb perform 2 important functions. Kabani kong kadi it carries digested and absorbed fat from the intestine, but it drains the excess fluid from extracellular space back into the blood. Kini artli kita ki important function jong ulim. Kani kadai ka answer na kabanta ka question ka ba 56C. Next question kadai 56D. Kaong what is a neuron? What is a neuron? Kamud kapanya ka definition jong neuron kadai ka no marks kadai 1 marks. Tiya kani pihaban naka page kata pilaban siyam naka page 437 kata kadai ka structure hapo structure of neuron. Neuron is the structural and functional unit of a nervous system. Ti namal ba kadai 1 mark ti pihaban come wrong. It has a special structure to receive, conduct, and transmit impulses. Pilaban to impulses for 1 mark. Ka next question 56E. State the function of sensory neuron, motor neuron, and connector neuron. There kani kadai function jong kini 1 mark. Te ya kani pihaban to ya ki function jong kini. Te ki function jong kini pilaban siyam haka page 437 kata kadai hapo jong action ka paragraph ka baar kaong a neuron can be sensory, motor, or connector. Ti ka function kadai function shua jong sensory kadai sensory neuron transmit impulses from receptor to the brain and spinal cord. Kata kadai ka function jong sensory neuron. Ti kabaar kadai function of motor neuron. Ka motor neuron carry instruction from the brain and the spinal cord to various organ. Kata kadai ka function jong motor neuron. Kathat kadai connector neuron. Connector neuron interconnect the sensory and the motor neuron. Kata kadai ka function jong connector neuron. Ti pilaban syam kini kidai ki functions jong kini ki lightly next neuron. Kadai 56F. Kakchingkali kadai what is the directional movement of the plant in response to light and chemical. Kakani kajingkali yung kadai kamot ki khot ayu mo ya kata ka directional ladaki plants ki move towards light ki khot ayu but ladaki plants ki move towards chemical ki khot ayu. There kane philaban syam na ka page 450 kata ka answer the movement of plants towards light kadai ka phototropisms. Kamot hangni pila WE shy baka thought the directional movement of the plant part in response to light kadai ka phototropisms. Te kabaar kaong the directional movement of plant towards chemical stimulus. Towards chemical ya kata ki khot ka chemotropisms. Ude uni chemotropisms. But the directional movement or orientation of the plant part in response to chemical stimulus is known as chemotropisms. Next question, kadai 56G. The question kaong name the process by which the present diversity of plants and animals arose from the earliest and primitive organisms. Kikot ayu ya kata ka process. Ka answer jong kani kadai naka page 496. 496 kata kadai ka first yellow box. Ka yellow box ka badan haka at the top of the page kadai ka evolution. Ka answer ka process kata ka answer nabanta kani ka question kadai evolution. It is a gradual process by which the present diversity of plants and animals arose from the earliest and primitive organism. Tang bahang ni pinhaban thought name the process, they should name by bakadai ka evolution. The next question kaong how many pairs of spinal nerve and cranial nerve are there in human beings? Te kanutali ki pairs of spinal nerve. Yakan ni pilaban syam na ka page 442 kata hapo ka peripheral nervous system ka PNS ka hapo spinal nerve. Spinal nerve kamot kanutali ki pairs of spinal nerve. Pilaban syam hapo spinal nerve ka line ka ba 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kabatong a human body has 31 pairs of spinal nerve. How many pairs of spinal nerve? We should talk 31 pairs of spinal nerve are there in human being. How many pairs of cranial nerve? Cranial nerve pihab kadon hapo jong cranial nerve ka second line kaong o ka first line kaong a human body has 12 pairs of cranial nerve. How many pairs of cranial nerve are there in human being? There are 12 pairs of cranial nerve in human being. Name the instrument used to measure blood pressure in humans. Kani pihaban should name kadai 1 marks. Kadai 1 marks ti pilaban should name ya katak instrument kaba ki doktor mo ki use ban measure ya ka BP kumaangi ki khasi ka BP kata ka blood pressure in human kadai ka sphygmomanometer. Tiya kani pilaban syam na ka page 423 hapo jong blood pressure. Blood pressure is the force that blood exerts against the wall of vessel. It is measured with the help of an instrument called sphygmomanometer. Kani kadai kata ka instrument kata ka sphygmomanometer. Number J. Kaang name the mechanisms for number 1 intake of fresh air from outside to the alveoli of lungs and removal of stale air from the alveoli of lungs to outside. Thì kata ka mechanisms ka kateng jong kata ka mechanism for intake of fresh air ki ong ka inhalation. Ka answer to number 1 ka the inhalation. But kata ka mechanism na kabanta ban removal of stale air ban remove yak air ya kata ka ong ka exhalation. Ti ya kani pilaban syam na ka page 417 kata ka mechanisms of breathing. Ka number 1 ka the inhalation. It is the mechanisms of intake of fresh air. The intake of fresh air kadai ka inhalation. But ka number 2 kadai removal of air from the lungs kadai ka exhalation. It is the mechanism of removal of stale air from the alveoli of lungs to the outside. Ka last question kadai number K kadai write two function of stomata. Ti artli kita ki function jong kata stomata mo. Ti yakani pilaban syam na ka page 401 hapo ka carbon dioxide. Hapo carbon dioxide kata ka paragraph ka baar ka ang stomata act as a turgor operative valve. Kamut kata ka di ka function jong ka stomata kin bakala ban act as a turgor operated valves. Taka daw kani kadai ka one function. Ka number 2 function pila ban tho in addition to gaseous exchange, plant also lose large amount of water through stomata pore. Te kani ka long direct te pinha ban tho ba ka function jong ka stomata helps in gaseous exchange. Kata ka second function. Lani pila ban tho ba stomata helps to lose stomata pores helps to lose large amount of water. Kata in plants. Kata kadai ka third function. Te pila ban jet any of the two. Ka way kadai stomata act as a turgor pressure. Ka number 2 stomata help in gaseous exchange. But number 3 pila ban tho in plants the stomata pore helps to lose large amount of water. Kita kidai ki function jong ka stomata